Hello everyone, it's me Evan, and welcome back to the channel. So, I'm still sick, and you're probably going to be seeing this video about a week or two from when it's filmed. So, yeah, I probably won't be sick by the time this video's out. So yeah. But I'm going to be messing with some Legos. I'm not sure what I'm going to build yet, but I have a feeling it might be a fighter jet. Because of course it's going to be a fighter jet. So I'm gonna figure out what I'm building and I'll be right back. Alright, so after some deliberation, Tytha and I have come up with this really basic sketch. Wow, it looks roughly like a Russian jet. Who would have thought? Maybe I'm a fan of Russian jets. Surprise, surprise. So, the first step is going to be gathering the potential parts I will need. Sorry about that, guys. I got a little carried away and started to work on the engines. So we're working on the engines now, in case you didn't catch that. So yeah. Okay, so I've decided to go with one engine instead of two, because that way I will be able to put more detail into one engine with the limited number of, well, certain kinds of pieces that I have. So hopefully, what I'm thinking is I'll be able to have a adjustable thrust nozzle and be able to take off the actual external plating, like have it be removable, so that you can perform maintenance on the engine. And I think that should look really cool if I manage to pull it off correctly. So yeah, one engine, more detail. Let's get you back up there. Well, the phone needs to get charged, and I need a break. But, excuse me, we've got, hold up, I'm grabbing it. There we go, look at that. Let's turn on some lights. It's been multiple hours. I started at like 12, so. Yeah. We got these little things down here. They're on ball joints, so they can pivot around. And if you want to get to the actual engine, you pop the gear down first. You can't see what I'm doing. I'm off camera right now. Ha ha ha. Okay. Pop down the gear. Close in the afterburner. Fold up the little winglets under there, and then you can take off these side panels. So there's these little clips here, and if you pop these up, oh, that one's really stiff. They're under tension because I have kind of using illegal building techniques for some of this. So, okay, there we go. Got it up. So, then you can remove one of these big side panels like that, and you can get to the engine. And if you need to remove more, you can even remove sections further back. Like, oop, that's actually stuck in place. Never mind, you can't remove sections further back, but you can remove that big side piece to get at the engine. So that's pretty cool, I think, anyway. And then it just clicks right back in. And then you close those little clips. Let me see if I can show you the clips. So here is one of those clips, and it actually slots right in to that little bit there. So those slot in, and then they actually hold this very tightly because they're all under tension. So that's pretty cool. I'm super happy with this so far. Yeah, so I'll come back to this. I've got installed the actual elevators as well. So those are on right here. You can see they go up, they go down like elevators do. I still need to add the tail, and then really all that's left is the tail, the cockpit, and wherever this front landing gear is going to fold up into. So the front landing gear is going to be probably the biggest problem. The tail, that's not going to be super hard. But yeah, I'm just going to take a little break and I'll come back to it. Well, guys, you just watched me build for 8 hours. Yeah. But we've got this thing as a result. I'd say it looks pretty cool. We've got, I think I'm going to have a little slideshow of pictures at the end, but we've got our little stud launcher here, which I'm not going to fire because we'll lose all the little studs. And yeah, and we got a minigun to sort of chunk up the other side since it kind of sticks out. Wanted it to look relatively symmetrical. We've got our boy in the cockpit. He's got his instruments and his flight stick there. If we come to the rear of the aircraft, we've got a twin rudder configuration and all moving elevators, as well as on the bottom, if we look, you can see we've got two little auxiliary fins for whatever you might need. They could flatten and be additional like elevators, I guess, or you could have them angled like this to sort of offer more rudder control. I don't know. I just saw that kind of fin design on a MiG. I think it was the MiG, it's like the MiG 21 or something. Anyway, it's got like these little fins at the back. They're not nearly as big as in this case, but they're pretty cool. So I thought I might as well include them. Got the space. We've got our jet engine exhaust port here, and of course we've got a expandable contractible nozzle. Pretty simple. As for landing gear, I've managed to tuck them away quite nicely because the front landing gear is actually in the nose here, so that comes out, oops, that comes out like so. Now it's a bit flimsy because it's on a click hinge, a single click hinge, so I wouldn't exactly trust it to hold the aircraft up all the time, which is unfortunate. I really should have gone with a stiffer joint, but these ones in the back could do it because there's two of them. They're on these little ball joints, right? So these will fold out like that, and ideally you'd have these flattened when you're making a takeoff or landing so that you don't crush them as you pull up. Yeah, you can just see that sort of looking spick and span. And if we pull this landing gear down, we can access the engine. What you want to do is you want to pull up this little tab here and then get your finger under that, and with a little bit of effort, this one's quite stiff. So, and that's a good thing because it actually holds this piece in place. So this stud, you can see it hinges and slots into this piece of the angled flat brick. So then if we pop that, you can see it takes this whole chunk with it, and now we can see the engine. Now, if you want to get more access to the engine, you could pop off the other side, which is a bit easier than this side. You can pop off the other side, and then if you want to get even more access, you can pop off the entire bottom area here, this entire bottom plate, and then you can pretty much get to the whole engine from here. Which does go all the way through to the back. I've got some rope running through there. It's actually a Lego rope, so it's not like just rope. It's Lego brand rope with studs on the end. So it just sort of winds through to sort of give an appearance of like, some fuel feed stuff and coolant, whatever, what have you. I just wanted to, add a little bit of greebling to the engine so that it would look nice if you were inclined to take off the cover plates. So now we'll put these back. hold up. You gotta be careful with this because it breaks easily. That's one of the bad things about this model. It's not exactly sturdy in a lot of ways, so it's one of those models you don't exactly want to chuck around. So yeah, like Tytha, she's really tough. You can basically throw her and maybe some of the decoration pieces will come off, but the main body of her will stay together. However, with something like this, it tends to be a bit more delicate. Thankfully, my phone is also one of those builds that you can just toss around and it won't break. Got one of these really awesome cases on it too. So if we position all the landing gear, we might be able to get this thing to not... Let me put you guys down for a second. And get all this stuff situated. There we are. And if we can, let's see. Yeah. Nice. So there we are. There you have it. The jet is done. And I've got footage to go through, so I'm gonna leave it here. You can watch the nice little slideshow at the end, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.